is in upon her journey home.
She comes to port,
and sources here have learned a son is back, a prodigal returns.
Is it true he's been away at school, learning at a German university?
Yes, it has been 2 years going on, investigating sciences of cog and gear alliances, enjoying foreign scenery while studying machinery. Have you heard that a son is coming home? Have you heard that a son is just returning?
What is the latest news report bearing upon society?
Now that the ship has come to port, who is a notoriety? Good day, I say, have you heard the news? A ship is in upon her journey home. She comes to port, and sources here have learned the sun is back, a prodigal returns.
Portsmouth will be so delighted.
Brothers will be reunited. Spread the news, a prodigal is home.
Father. Hello, Farrell. Lawson.
Prodigal is and prodigal does. An adjective, a name. Sit you now and do attend to the message we proclaim. Prodigal, a word connoting lavish liberality, while also meaning wastefulness and the squandering of vitality. Prodigal, a name attached to family and lineage, a badge of social pedigree, inheritance, and privilege. Prodigal is and prodigal does in conflict and romance, to turn our contemplations to the scope of second chance. A famous gospel parable of brothers in contention, a tale of love and forgiveness through the power of redemption. The Prodigals.
Gabriel, we'll be gathering here in the parlor for the party this evening, and a few fresh flowers should help dress it up for the occasion.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you'll be in charge of taking care of the needs of the household, as well as sometimes assisting Mr. Prodigal with his projects in the workshop.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you'll help me with this clock, I'd like the flowers on the mantelpiece.
Oh, certainly, ma'am.
There seems to be an error in the arrangement. Ah, yes. That's better. You could place that there. Natural beauty before mechanical trinkets.
Your flowers are unsurpassed in Portsmouth, I'm told.
Well, I'm sure you've been talking to the children.
Yes, they are proud of their mother's green thumb, and rightly so.
Actually, I do little more than water and fertilize. God gets credit for my flower garden.
Well put, ma'am.
Gabriel, are we out of coal? There's no fire in the fireplace.
Mr. Prodigal informed me that the new radiator would be used to heat the parlor this evening, ma'am.
Ah, yes, my husband's latest invention. Well, it seems to be stone cold.
No, Mr. Prodigal said the boiler is still heating up.
Well then, patience is in order. Oh, my hands are still chilly from handling the flowers.
Mother, we brought more decorations for the party.
Girls, please don't run in the house.
Excuse me, Mr. New Butler.
Hope, his name is Gabriel, like the Archangel Gabriel.
He doesn't look like an angel. He looks like a butler.
And so I am, Miss Joy.
Gabriel, will you take this boutonniere to Mr. Prodigal and pin it to his lapel for the party?
Yes, ma'am.
Mother grows the best flowers in town. I think she should own a flower shop.
Maybe I will someday.
Will there be cake at the party?
Ooh, there just might, dear.
Lawson has something hidden under a sheet. We saw it in the other room. He won't tell us what it is. I think it's something from Germany. It's a surprise. This must be a surprise party.
No, dear, not a surprise. Lawson knows all about the party.
Then let's surprise someone else. Oh, here comes Farrell.
Do be ladylike.
Oh, my heart's nearly stopped. You little monsters. Come here.
Oh, here comes Gabriel. Let's surprise him too.
Let me join you.
Children!
It's all right, Mom. There's excitement brewing. Mr. Prodigal wishes to say he will join you shortly. He's not quite done tinkering with the boiler in the workshop.
Father always tinkers at the workshop.
When he's not at the factory.
Does Father want cake at the party?
No, I don't know. We'll have to ask him when he gets here.
Let's surprise the next person that comes in. I'll bet it's Grace. Rah! Goodness, wild animals have taken over the house in my absence. And Farrell hasn't changed a bit.
Lawson, what's that you've got?
It's a surprise. Don't peek.
I told you it was a surprise.
Let's follow Lawson. He might have another surprise. Come with us, Farrell.
If you see your father, tell him this room is cold.
The boutonniere's a bit crooked. Let me fix it.
Ouch! A flower with a stinger.
Oh, there you are.
That's better.
Thank you, Grace. Catch me if the blood loss makes me faint.
And the tie.
You are a sweet daughter.
Thank you, Father.
Well, now that I've been poked and strangled, I hope I'm presentable for the party.
Your hands are warm. Brunel, this room needs more heat.
Yes, dear, I've stoked the broiler. It should be warm shortly.
Thank heavens.
You look quite beautiful, my dear.
Grace, where are you? I need help with my ribbons.
And you look quite handsome.
What are the children up to now?
Oh, the usual. Monsters on the prowl.
The afternoon post, sir.
Oh, thank you, Gabriel. You're a mind reader. I was just thinking about the post.
Gabriel, we'll be needing some wine and punch for the celebration. Oh, and tea later, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Brunel, dear, would you like cake for the occasion?
Ah, excellent. They've begun the tunnel beneath the Thames, and so far, nothing's collapsed.
Well, it sounds dreadfully dangerous to me. Someone could drown.
Well, it is dangerous, Sarah, but that's what makes it all the more exciting and challenging for engineers.
Are we quite ready to engineer our homecoming celebration?
The factory's in good shape.
Would you like cake with the tea?
You know, it might be good to take the family out to the summer mansion. Let Lawson see the new Colts.
Cake or no cake with the tea?
Blast! The railway gauge is too wide. That means some recalculating.
Brunel,
Yes. Oh, cake. Yes, I like cake. It's good to have Lawson home. The two of us could revolutionize manufacturing. Portsmouth, England may never be the same.
when will there be some heat?
Shortly, dear, you'll see.
I do hope Farrell could adjust to having his older brother back in the house.
Well, I hope some time and distance has achieved some mellowing of natures.
Farrell just seems tense and restless.
Well, I'd be restless too if I'd been expelled from school.
I worry about him.
So do I. He has no interest in the family business. Perhaps I should change the name from Prodigal and Sons to Prodigal and Son.
He just seems gloomy.
Seems happy enough to me, frolicking like a child with his sisters.
I think he does that to annoy Lawson.
That's quite enough monstrous behavior.
I overheard them this morning arguing about the money Farrell stole from Lawson for gambling.
Yes, and then he lost it.
I think Farrell feels terrible about that.
Well, he ought to feel terrible until he pays him back.
Perhaps you should speak with him, encourage him in some way.
Good heavens, Sarah. I've wasted my breath talking sense to him time and again. He fails at everything he does.
Brunel,
I'm sorry, Sarah.
I know he's obstinate. I just hope he doesn't do something rash and thoughtless.
Well, let's hope for the best, shall we? And put ourselves back in the mood for a celebration.
You're right, dear.
Are the Brentons joining us for the party?
Yes, they should be here any moment.
Ah, splendid. Robert's been helping me with the radiator. He'll be pleased to see it in action. Well, what's this?
Oh, Lawson brought it as a surprise from Germany.
Cheers.
Gabriel, we will be having cake with the tea. Oh, I see you've already brought cake. Well, you are a mind reader.
Yes, ma'am. Will there be anything else?
Yes, could you have the children gather in the parlor here? Oh, no, wait, I'll get them myself.
Gabriel, dear fellow, the clock has been moved on the mantelpiece.
Oh, Mrs. Prodigal asked me to help alter its location.
Ah, momentary lapse of sound judgment. Do help me put things back to right.
As you please, sir.
There. That's better. Utility before beauty. That will be the Brentons.
I'll see them in, sir.
Jolly good to see the Brentons.
Oh, the Prince. Yes, I'm so... Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Pleasure to be here.
May I have your attention? It is with great pleasure that we welcome Lawson back from the bowels of Germany.
It is good to be back. What have I missed, Father?
I thought you'd never ask. The industrial movement is proceeding full throttle, with Prodigal and Sons Engineering leading the way.
You don't say.
Yes, and Robert Brenton's hat factories are with honorable mention, of course. Isn't that right, Robert?
If you say so, Brunel.
Business is booming and profits are soaring. What's our secret, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. The machine.
The machine.
Yes.
The marvelous machine. There is nothing quite so charming as when wheels are turning. Quite right.
The marvelous machine. There's a fragrance in the air when fossil fuels are burning.
The smell of progress.
The axle and wheel have infinite appeal. With corners burning, brightly glowing, profits will be overflowing.
Steam is the new technology of the day.
The marvelous machine is the key to revolutionizing transportation.
Quite right.
The marvelous machine is essential to maintaining our financial station. With piston and shaft propelling a craft will match the pulling strength of horses with steam-powered motor forces. I'm thinking about running a railway out to my country manor.
From town?
Yes. What do you think?
Should be fine so long as the railway is well trained.
Jolly good, Robert. What is the latest news report bearing upon convention? Who is the darling offspring of mechanical invention?
Why, it's the machine.
Necessity's favorite child.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Robert, we need reinforcements.
Oh, yes.
The marvelous machine will evince the worthy cause of subjugating nature.
Quite right.
The marvelous machine
Will inspire a whole new glossary of nomenclature.
the cog and the gear
Are so very dear.
the fulcrum and the lever proves that engineers are very clever. Gabriel, fetch us a cigar.
Yes.
The marvelous machine. There is nothing quite so charming as its steel is gleaming.
Quite right.
The marvelous machine. There's music in the air when there's a boiler steaming. We mean what we say and say what we mean. There's nothing quite as notable, so write this down as quotable. There's nothing quite as charming as a marvelous mechanical machine.
Father, your energy and creativity have clearly continued unabated.
He is a dynamo of invention, to be sure.
Brunel, dear, can your marvelous machine provide a little heat in the parlor?
Yes, Gabriel, activate the radiator, please.
I'll do my best, sir.
Now he's opening the valve to allow steam from the boiler.
Oh, Brunel, is it about to explode?
No need for alarm, dear. The steam is merely moving through the pipes.
Are you sure?
Dear, in the future, every home will have one of these.
Children, stay away from that radiator.
Gabriel, that match.
Yes, sir.
Jolly good.
A glowing cigar is a suitable symbol of man's control of the elements and dominance over nature.
Here, here.
Here we go, sir.
Gabriel! The other right. You see there, dear? No need for alarm. It's perfectly safe and warming up.
Keep your distance, children.
Gabriel, that match.
Back to business.
Brunel, if you please. The smell of hot steam and fossil fuel fragrances is quite sufficient in this house.
As you wish, dear. Sorry, gentlemen.
Father's ingenuity knows no bounds.
Daddy's factory is making pulleys for the Royal Navy.
So I've heard.
Daddy's workers are building 2 big bridges and a huge ship.
Amazing, isn't it?
Well, your father's railways and tunnels and radiators are enough to make one's head spin.
Lawson, with you back, Prodigal & Sons Engineering will be the pride of Portsmouth. Welcome home.
Now, if a proud mother could get a word in edgewise, I would like to propose a toast to Lawson for finishing near the top of his class at the Institute.
Thank you, it was nothing really.
Spoken like the perfect son that you are, older brother.
I surpass others by simply doing the right thing at the right time in the right way.
Do you ever show mercy to your inferiors?
You mock me, but I am glad to be back home, even if it means putting up with a younger brother who is trapped in the myriad moods of romanticism.
Lawson, you should try a bit of romanticism yourself. It might prevent you from becoming a cold-hearted machine.
Manners.
And I propose a toast to Farrell for his progress in gambling after being expelled from the Art Institute in Paris.
Now you mock me. Paris was not to my liking.
I understand horse racing is your new field of study and enterprise, eh?
Oh, I still paint, but Father's best thoroughbred stallion has had some recent winning streaks that paid off handsomely. I call it high-risk, high-yield investing.
Gambling is a vice with a choking grip, I say.
I hope you choke on your moralizing opinions.
Another toast to God's blessing upon my family and the hopes that my sons will excel at civility.
Here, here.